What is up, everybody? It is Aaron and Ray back again with another episode of Franchise Tagged Fantasy Football Podcast. Yes, I know. I've been gone. We've been gone. You saw Ray for one episode, but we're back. We're here. We're doing things. Life has settled down. My wife is about to have a baby in a couple weeks, so the Thanksgiving week and a little bit after has been hectic. But we're here. We're here to talk about fantasy football, Ray.
That's
We're
true.
here to talk about the news, the start sits. We'll do starts of the week on Saturday. But back. Super pumped, super happy to be back. How was your Thanksgiving? I haven't talked to you really since then.
You know, it was pretty good. It was pretty quiet. We just stayed here at the house, ate, got fat. That's what I like to do.
Got big bellied.
News for everybody here is that hopefully Friday we have a third. Hopefully.
We are going to bring someone in just for the simple fact of we like the guy. He's a good friend of the show. He's awesome. We both like him. He plays in our main big money league, keeper league. So he'll fit right in. But also just so, for example, when I have this baby that my wife decides that she's ready to give birth to and let breathe in the nice fresh air, he'll be here to kind of help fill in the gap, so it's not necessarily just Ray doing a one-man show or me doing a one-man show.
Yeah, because one-man shows suck.
Yeah, they're not. I give you a bunch of credit for that one. Dude.
And when you say they saw me by myself, no, they didn't, because nobody viewed it.
5 people viewed it. It's okay.
9. I meant 9.
Nine. So, as Ray and I explained, if you guys don't know, it's a little different because he has to record like a live show that's technically private, but it still pops up under the live show feed. So, it's just it doesn't pop up where it normally does, so it's harder for people to find. So we don't necessarily average as many views on that one. But I just want Ray to know that I do appreciate you, and you're killing it. I did listen to the show. I am one of those 9. So
Nice.
Good job.
If you liked what you heard, or you want to hear that show, or you want to hear the live shows that we eventually will have to do again, whenever we're going to do, make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you hit that like, make sure you have that notification bell on because you'll know when it drops. Because for whatever reason, YouTube likes to put it in a different slot instead of our live slot or our actual show slot, whatever.
Yep.
Hey, YouTube, how about you change some things that make sense? How about that? Crazy.
I don't know if I'd necessarily talk to the algorithm beast like that because they have the power.
Canceled. 100% canceled. We don't even see it. Let's get into these news and notes.
Hit the news and notes, brother.
These are the injury reports and things like that. Odell Beckham Jr. Now, he just got kicked off of a plane for doing drugs, or
Are you sure?
maybe being really drunk. I don't know.
Listen,
Look,
don't
I've
put
gotten
words
on-
in that man's mouth.
I've gotten on a plane real sauced up, and I have never been kicked off of a plane. So if he was above that level,
So listen, is it because the flight attendants were cool, or because he had that one flight attendant that was like, "Listen, look at me, I am the captain now." Which one
Could
was
be.
it?
who knows?
I'm
Wasn't
willing to
there.
bet that he had probably one that was on a power trip.
Stunned.
It's like Jordan when he was a loadmaster. He's probably on a power trip all the time.
Stunned that nobody got that recorded. Crazy.
Right? Like you see OBJ on a plane, like surely someone has cell phone footage, especially if there's a tussle between him and the like head flight attendant. Like there has to be something like, oh, look at this, because everyone records everything nowadays anyways.
You see everything all the time.
Yeah.
How did that not get recorded? You tell me nobody had a flip phone. It was like, let me see.
The Motorola Razor.
Right. But speaking of Odell, though, because he got kicked out of the plane, whatever, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
got it.
blah. He went to go visit the New York Football Giants.
Okay.
Continues Friday to go to see the Bills.
Oh,
And
the
then goes
Bills.
to Dallas on Monday.
Okay.
So-
Dallas, I think, are the favorites, right? Has to be.
I would like to see him in Buffalo, honestly.
What's he going to do in Buffalo?
I mean,
Let's be honest. Think about it. Stephon Diggs takes all of that work, right? OBJ's still coming back from the ACL. Does he usurp Isaiah McKenzie? For sure. Does he usurp Gabe Davis? I think those two probably split more time than people think just because he's coming back from the ACL. But I don't know. I think if he goes to Dallas, that Jerry Jones is like, listen, Mike, you are going to throw this ball 80% of the time because we have CD and we have Odell. Pick who you want to throw to, but we're going to throw the ball a lot.
The reason why I'd like him to go to Buffalo, just because, one, I like to watch the world burn, and two,
Okay.
Two, do you remember the last time that Odell was on a team where he was not the primary alpha A1 dog?
His rookie year.
When he was in LA with Cooper Kupp.
Oh, that's fair. I forgot about that because it was so
And look
short-lived.
how good he was. I don't know. Just
Dallas,
an idea.
but Dallas would be the same way though.
I think he's a lot closer to CeeDee Lamb than he is to Stephon Diggs.
I 100% agree, but at the same time, I think it's obviously Stephon Diggs is way better than CeeDee Lamb, right? I get that for fantasy purposes, probably real life football purposes. I understand that, but Stephon Diggs is like the 1A up here, then Odell turns into like the 1B, and Gabe Davis is like the 2, obviously, now in the situation. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb and OBJ like bring it closer together, but you still can't double team both of them. Why are you laughing?
We just got the roster for this tournament that's happening on Toys for Tots, and I'm batting in the 4 hole. I'm like, hey, take it easy. Take it easy.
Your boy's hitting bombs.
I'm not even doing that. I'm just getting on base. I don't know. Whatever. That's besides the point. I like that idea. I like that. And honestly, this has nothing to do with fantasy. Fantasy will be long gone by the time Odell sees the field in whatever jersey he's in. But with a quarterback like Josh Allen, as much as they're going to throw, and having Stephon Diggs on the other side, that seems like just a match made in heaven. Now, does Odell want to play in the cold? Who knows? Anyways, that's enough on Odell. We're talking about him too much. Get kicked off another plane.
So I want to talk about Dak Prescott for a second. Then.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I brought up a point because obviously we're on the Cowboys train here for a second.
Yeah.
I brought up to Josh Papa Bear Mindy that you know. Mm-hmm. We were talking one day. We had lunch and stuff together. And we got to talking about football, which we always do. But we got to talking about Dak. And I was like, dude, I think Dak's probably a top 10 to 12 quarterback in the league. And he was like, really? I was like, I don't think so. I was like, all right, so let's name him. So we went through like every division. Dak is a lot higher on a lot of people's radars as far as quarterback wise. And most people they just think of the name like, oh yeah, he's not anything. But we could play the would you rather game right now, but it would take a while. But we basically played the would you rather game. Dak's not as bad of a quarterback as most people think, because you brought up Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Dak's not as bad as most people think. That's all I wanted to bring up on that.
I don't think that. I think you're breaking the internet here, Aaron.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm breaking the internet here either, Ray. But a lot of people think like they have. It's like Kirk Cousins, right? Like they have that name in their mind and like, oh, that dude's trash.
Yep, he is. Yep, 100% is.
They bring up Tua. Yes, he can't throw more than 50 yards, but he's winning football games, right? But like. Yep. If you really played the would you rather, okay, would you rather let's play it then. Would you rather have Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay, would you rather have Dak Prescott or Daniel Jones?
Why'd you start it that way? Dak Prescott.
Because we're starting in the NFC East. Would you rather have Dak Prescott or whoever the Washington Commanders quarterback is?
That's a silly question, but Dak Prescott.
Okay. Would you rather have Dak Prescott or Tom Brady as of right now?
I don't want to go through every single division.
Do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
So far out of the 5 teams that I've asked, the only person taking above him is Jalen Hurts.
I think that he probably sits about 6th or 7th in the league right now.
As long as we can say that.
Yeah, 6th or 7th.
Cool. Continue with the news. I just wanted to bring that up because most people give a lot of hate to that situation.
No, I think he's fine. He's a better Kirk Cousins. Fair. Back to the news. Jaylen Warren told reporters that doctors have cleared him to return from his hamstring injury, and he expects to play on Sunday. But I just want to point something out. When the players say something, I don't give a shit.
I don't care. I want to hear it from coaches and training staff.
I want to hear it from coaches. I don't want to hear it from players.
Yeah,
they kick rocks. Najee Harris avoided some serious injuries. I guess that's what was being thought out there. He definitely missed the rest of that game after the second half.
Oh yeah, I mean
he missed, and I wonder what they're saying is an abdominal injury, but honestly, he wasn't walking normally when he walked off the field. I wonder what it really was. They're not going to say it. I wonder, but
they never will.
looking like he might be out this week, I would imagine. But
Yeah.
keep an eyeball on it. We'll talk about it on Saturday. Dallas Goedert hopes he can return week 15. Again, I don't care what Dallas Goedert says. I care what the coaches in Philadelphia say.
So exactly, and I have noticed with the Philadelphia situation, is it Stoll? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Not getting near as much work as Dallas Goedert was. So when Goddard's out, it's basically AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and that's it.
Their offenses looked worse without Dallas Goedert, but I think that also is a very big AJ Brown issue. I think AJ Brown isn't healthy right now. I think that that's bringing the team down more than it is Dallas Goedert.
Because they just keep targeting him, or what?
It's not that. It's that you got to think how much attention AJ Brown takes off of whatever they're doing. Now, that's not to say that their running game is looking great. And obviously it is, because they just ran for the third most rushing yards in a total team in NFL history.
You know, before the Sunday night game, I literally looked at Kayla in her face, like dead in her eyeballs, and I said, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to rush for 400 yards tonight. They got damn close.
I was talking to Eric, and I was like, hey, before the game started, I was like, I have a feeling we're going to see a little bit of Colin Kaepernick-esque against the Packers kind of game. And you know what? Very first fucking play was for 40 yards and almost a touchdown. I'm like, guess what? We're here. He rushed for 170 yards that game. Like,
he had 152 of it in the first half.
Crazy. I hate football sometimes. Yeah. Justin
Fields, check it out. Carry the G, boy.
I'm submitting applications for other teams now.
Hey, listen, Duval. I'm a Jags fan.
Justin Fields limited in practice today, Wednesday. I still think they should probably hold him out one more week, but the Bears are going to bear.
They are going to bear. They're technically not even in contention for the playoffs. You should probably just rest him and just rest him. David Montgomery, give David Montgomery the workload. You guys aren't going to keep him with Khalil Herbert. Just showcase him for everybody else to see what he can do and trade him in offseason.
This is also news, just to kind of go along with what Justin Fields should not play, is that Darnell Mooney's out for the season too on IR. He went through a foot surgery or ankle surgery. He'll be out for the rest of the season. He's obviously cuttable in redraft. Maybe worth a look past a keeper, but only a look. Probably not a keeper. We'll talk about keepers at the end of the season.
That is fair. We also talk about dynasty players at the end of the season. We are still trying to fill a few more spots for Dynasty League as well.
Yeah, if you guys would like to be in our Dynasty League, please put something in the comments. Make sure you're subscribing. Let us know that you're interested in being in our Dynasty League. We're going to be starting it next season.
The only thing we ask is 3 to 5 years of eligibility, for sure.
Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It is. Dynasty's tough, but 3 to 5 years of eligibility, and you will bring in a co-manager, whoever wants to take over your team if you want to leave for one season. Yeah. And then after that season, you can then leave.
Yeah, and if you're the winner of that league, obviously we're going to be giving out prizes and stuff like that to the winner. Maybe some shirts, some T-shirts, some stickers, all that other stuff.
There will definitely be a traveling trophy for that as well. Last place will be in charge of paying the fees of mailing it.
But yeah, let us know.
Sorry.
Back to the news again.
Yes. Sorry.
We got a lot to get through here. We're real long in the tooth today, guys. Yeah. McDaniels hints that Raheem Mostert will play against the 49ers. Revenge game. Still kind of not interested in playing him against the Niners, but that's just how I kind of feel.
I agree.
ETN Peterson feels good about ETN playing week 13. Now Peterson's saying it. That's good news. That I'd like to hear. He probably will play. Kyle Pitts underwent knee surgery Tuesday. His season has been officially over, but now he can't hurt you anymore.
Traded for him. Didn't work out. But here we are.
What is that running back's name? Knight from the Jets? Xavier Knight?
Xavier, yeah. I think that is correct. Hold on. I'll vet that. Continue talking.
Okay. He's earned a role in the Jets backfield with news that that they have some injuries in the backfield. I think that he might see an increased role if he is
Xavian.
Yeah. Again, might be worth picking up, especially if Mike White's going to be under center, because the man likes to throw the ball, and I like Mike White. I think he's pretty good.
Dude, I do too. And what makes me upset is I have Michael Carter on our big money team.
Mm-hmm.
Dude goes out with an injury, and it's like, dang it.
Because he was looking like he was involved,
Yes.
and he was only back in town.
Yes.
James,
and then
James Robinson was a healthy scratch, was he not?
That I
He
don't
was.
know. I thought
I'm
he was
pretty sure he-
hurt.
Pretty sure he was a healthy scratch. The Jets.
Why would they
signed-
trade for him then?
I don't know. That's what was confusing about it. The Jets sign Cardinals' old running back Jonathan Ward. Don't really care. I don't think that matters very much. Aaron
He
Rodgers
was a
does.
healthy scratch. Sorry.
Aaron Rodgers does plan on playing this week against the Bears. I really wish they would just bench Rodgers and put Jordan Love in. Let's see what he's got.
Listen, man. As Green Bay fans, I see where you're coming from. We're still not technically mathematically eliminated yet. I think
Sure.
if we lose this week, obviously we are, right? Obviously, if we lose to the Bears this week, we are. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears, so let's let him play. But if we even drop one in this next 5, we're not there. But I do agree. I want to see where Jordan Love is, but I still want to push for the playoffs, if that makes sense.
We have a 3% chance right now. Maybe time to put him in. I don't know. Josh Jacobs,
Fuck it, put him in.
not expected to practice at all this week. Really, I don't know if that's going to be a big deal because he wasn't supposed to play last week, but he did, and he went off for 50 points against me.
Because you a loss, which sucks.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. And I think that's pretty much it.
That is it.
I
Monitor
want to point
Benny
out-
Snell if Najee Harris is out. I want to bring that up. Sorry.
Just about to bring his name up.
Sorry.
I will not certify anything for Benny Snell ever.
I
will
won't.
never do it. Never. I refuse. He's
I won't either. Yeah, I won't either. I mean, monitor if you have extra room on your bench. Say you've already clinched the first round bye or whatever. Pick them up. It couldn't hurt if you have room to maneuver. Melvin Gordon is expected to sign to the Chiefs practice squad. I would like to bring that up.
Yeah, but I mentioned it on the show that no one watched, but
Yeah, I want to bring it up
Yeah.
again, just so we can have a back and forth.
what's the back and forth? Do you want to have another Ronald Jones? Like,
No, I don't. But I feel like out of sheer spite, they will use Melvin Gordon to show the Broncos that they're stupid. No? Okay. All right.
No.
Anyways, I would like to bring up that the Rams defense has a few injuries. The Rams offense is awful. Matt Stafford might not play again the rest of the season. Allen Robinson is out for the rest of the season. Play whoever you want against the Rams. Their
Yep.
defense is not scary anymore.
nope.
So, but
I don't think it's been scary this whole season.
I don't think so either. I think Jalen Ramsey probably requests a trade this offseason.
Who wants him? He's getting burned all the time. Who wants
That's
him?
my point. It could be like a Marlon Humphreys though. Marlon Humphreys was looking like complete dog shit, and then he got traded to Baltimore and had like a good year and a half, and now he looks like dog shit again.
Corners have a really short
Shelf life.
shelf life. They have
Yep.
real short, so you got to get it in. We can get it in. I think Jair might have aged out.
I think Josh Norman was the best representation of that.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just go ahead and sit on your butt, little boy. Let Derrick Henry run over you.
All right, Aaron, do you want to get to the starts and sits for this week, or do you want to get to a break real fast?
Let's hit a break, and then we will come back with the previews for Week 13. Holy crap, we're almost through the season.
Hey everyone, this show is brought to you by Driffles Jerky. Are you like us and love beef jerky, but hate paying those high prices for subpar meat? Well, at DrifflesJerky.com, they have the money meat.
You said the money meat?
That's right, the money meat. Great tasting beef jerky made from top quality cuts of beef at great prices. Use promo code franchise tag to get yourself 10% off on your order today.
That's DRIFFILLS jerky.com. What is up, everybody? We are back. I hope you guys enjoyed the jerky preview. Please go order and use code franchise tag for 10% off of your order because that Dr. Pepper jalapeno is really good. By the way, I need to get in contact with Jordan because I have a bunch of venison I can send him to make some jerky. So I'll just have to dry ice it to him. But anyways, ready for these previews for week 13?
Aaron, I was born ready.
Okay, let's start off with the Thursday night game. The Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. AFC East divisional matchup. The over-under is 43.5 points, and the Bills are favored by 3.5. You want to start with the away team?
As always. So
Let's get it.
we're the Bills side. Obviously, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, they don't leave your lineup.
Correct.
This is a game I do not want to start Gabe Davis. I do not. I don't want to start Isaiah McKenzie. I don't. And I do not want to start Devin Singletary.
Singletary, I can agree. I'm willing to flex Gabe Davis in my lineup because even though last week it didn't work out for New England, typically Bill Belichick tries to take away the number one option in offense. Whether that be Josh Allen or Stephon Diggs, take your pick. But I do think this could be a game where I'm not expecting a lot out of Devin Singletary, but maybe like 5 for 96 and a touchdown. Like with one of his receptions being like 64 yards for a touchdown. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? I think the Patriots defense is a lot better than even what we're thinking.
I agree. I agree with you, but I am willing to flex Gabe Davis out there because of the big play potential.
Okay. On the Patriots side of the ball, and I think that's pretty much covering everybody that you want to talk
Ramondre
about.
Stevenson.
It's Ramondre Stevenson, and right now I would be interested in starting Devontae Parker if Jacoby Myers is out. There's potentially he's been missing practice. But only if.
Out of all of your quarterback options, I would not start Mac Jones, but for DFS, I just want to bring up his name. DFS, if you're running out of money because you've picked better plays in other places, he silently had like a 300-yard passing game last week. He was viable. But DFS, if you've spent up in other places, I would look at possibly playing Mac Jones because the Bills' defense hasn't been, as of late, hasn't been as great as they were to start the season.
No, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they're missing safeties. They're injured all over the place on the defensive side of the ball. Von Miller's going to be out for a little while, so I don't mind that take. But if he's like 55, 6,000, I'm definitely missing.
No, sub 5,500. I could pull it up but we'll do it on the Saturday show when we talk some DFS. But if he's sub 5,500, I'm probably going to play Mac Jones as my quarterback.
Okay. Outside of that, I am not 100% not putting Hunter Henry in my lineup.
No.
I refuse.
I don't think we talked about him either, but I'm not putting Dawson Knox in my lineup either. He's burnt you outside of every week, but 3.
Yes. I would play Dawson Knox over Hunter Henry.
I would, but neither one of them. I would play Foster Moreau over both of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I played Gerald Everett over both of them.
Getting closer to no.
But you get what I'm saying though. So anyways, I have the Bills winning that game.
Yeah, the Bills winning that game too, but I think it's going to be a lot closer.
I do too. I think it's going to come down to like a final drive.
Yeah.
So up next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Atlanta Falcons. This game is a 42-point over/under, and the Falcons, who are the home team, are favored by 1.
What?
Do they know that they have T.J. Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick on the defense?
I want nothing. Well, let's go over the Pittsburgh side of the ball, and we'll move over to Atlanta side of the ball.
Yep.
But on Pittsburgh side, man, I think Pickens has to be started every week now. He has to be, right?
He's made some athletic catches, and he dropped a touchdown on the Monday night game that he tried to catch one-handed, but if he would just put 2 hands up, he would have caught it.
That'd have been a tough catch. But honestly, I think
he's athletic enough that he could make it.
He's a flex-worthy start, right?
Yep, I agree.
Fire Moose, are you putting him in?
I am actually playing Pat Freiermuth, the Moose, this week.
Fire Moose himself.
Ooh, Moose.
How about if Najee misses and Jaylen Warren is in? If he plays this week, because that's what it's trending towards, right? If he's right, if he's saying if he's telling the truth, then are you willing to start Jaylen Warren?
Probably against Atlanta, yeah.
I am. I'm very interested, actually. The other running back that they have now, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up his name, but I think is it McFarland. I would be interested in starting McFarland this week. Almost 100%. I would be.
What about Benny Snell?
Benny Snell isn't shit. He
looked good last week.
He looked good 1 week last season too.
That's fair. That is fair.
And then never look good again.
That's fair.
I don't know, man. You want to play that game? I don't. I like Anthony McFarland look good, and I think that he could be a flex-worthy start. Now, what do you do with Deontay Johnson right now? What do you do? Do you put him in?
I'd play Deontay.
You would put him in. I think Deontay right now is one of the hardest players in fantasy football not to put in your lineup. But it's because you
picked him
don't
up, didn't
want
you?
to. I did pick him up. But
Someone dropped him and you picked him up?
Yeah, I drafted him in the 3rd round. Yeah.
You drafted him in the 3rd and somehow he ended up getting dropped and back on your roster?
That's how bad he's been. He's been awful.
What the hell?
And it's crazy because he's going to finish with 150 damn targets, 120 catches, 130 catches.
That's fair.
But he's got 50 yards a game and no touch. He's not scored yet. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's fair.
But I picked him up because just in case he gets traded to another team.
He won't get traded because they just re-signed the extension for him before the season started.
Who knows? Crazier things have happened. But just wanted to make sure that I had options.
Yeah, crazier things have not had.
Crazier things have happened.
But
Look
yeah,
at Baker getting jobs.
Anyways, I have the Steelers winning this game.
Let's talk about the Atlanta side of the ball real fast.
Oh, that's right. Cordero.
That's it. And Cordero has a very sketchy start. Outside of that, nope. Everything else, no.
Yeah, I agree. So, anyways, I have the Steelers winning this game.
I had the Steelers winning this game too, but I think it's going to be like a 10-7 game.
This game's going to suck.
It is.
Anyways, up next in the early morning slate, we have the Denver Snooze Fest Broncos that got flexed out of the Sunday night game against the Baltimore Ravens. This game has a 38.5 point over-under, and the Ravens are favored by 8. Awesome. Solid. Broncos side of the ball, I am flexing Cortland Sutton, and that's about it.
I would flex Latavius Murray over Cortland Sutton.
Fair.
And that's it. And that's it. That is where the line stops.
That's fair. The only reason I would do that is because, as I talked about Marlon Humphreys earlier, he has went back to looking like complete butt cheeks, and Cortland Sutton's the one, so I feel like he'll be okay.
I think that Latavius Murray is probably for me, the only start that I'd like to make. But I understand that a lot of rosters are predicated on, Cortland Sutton being something.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see him being at least useful, but Russ is so bad. So bad.
Russell Wilson is awful, and he has more toilets in his house than touchdown passes.
Still to this day, week 13, crazy. On the Ravens side of the ball, Aaron.
Lamar?
Yep.
Lammer?
Yep.
Mark Andrews is back, right?
Yep.
Mark Andrews?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Got it. Because Surtain is going to lock down whoever is on the outside. And J.K. Dobbins is supposed to be back, but Gus Edwards is still there. But along with Kenyon Drake, I'm not starting them because Lamar is the primary running back there. They are good stash and holds, all three of those running backs, because you don't necessarily know exactly. Because first week, J.K. Dobbins is supposed to be back. Stash and hold your running backs and see what happens.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Honestly, I'm not willing to start any Ravens running back right now just because of how murky those waters are. But Lamar, he got to put him in. He's actually been not great for the last, 8 weeks. He hasn't been great. And
you say great. Yes, I agree. Not great. He has been good and viable, but not the Lamar Jackson that we're used to seeing.
A cusp QB1 is what he's been.
Yep.
I hate to say it because it shouldn't be that way. And what's keeping him afloat is his rushing floor right now. But you got to think, he's got nobody to throw to. He's got the ghost of Deshaun Jackson. He's got Demarcus Robinson. He's got nobody except for Mark Andrews. That's it. So how do you have an offense around that? They got to get him some weapons. How are they not bringing Odell in?
Yeah.
How?
I do like that Lamar Jackson was under some fire this week for telling a fan who basically tried to shit on him to eat a dick, and he got in trouble for it. Everyone's like, "Oh, you can't say that," and it's like, why on earth do normal people like you and I that are fans of football get to just say whatever the hell we want to say to professional athletes, and they're supposed to be like, "Oh, they're supposed to take the high road"? No, man, fuck you.
I can see the.
You're gonna tell me that he's not worth 125 million. Let's go build a more well-rounded team. Go find another damn quarterback who's better than Lamar, and have your team go ahead and be successful.
No, without Lamar, this team wouldn't.
Go
have
ahead.
to do
Your
it
team
all.
is fucking ass without Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, they're awful without Lamar. But I do get. I agree with, and this is like, I think because I'm a Packers fan, this is kind of how things are in Green Bay. Is that you don't want to show your ass in front of fans and things like that. You always want to have the reputation of the team in front, and I agree with that. He shouldn't have said that, but I get he's frustrated.
Listen.
He's frustrated, and you can't be mad at him for that.
At the same time, I get, okay, maybe you should have worded it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if you're talking to your boys, you're talking to whatever, or some random person comes up to you on the street and is like, "Hey, blah 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 blah," you're basically gonna be like, "Fuck you," you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So, for all of these people to be calling for his head of, "Oh, you can't say this or you can't say that," like, okay, let's take a step back and think about how you talk to people who come across on you sideways. Let's look at your Twitter history and see your replies to people who have said some off the wall shit to you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
I don't
can
know.
see both sides, but
I'm
I
on
do
Lamar's
think-
side on this one. Like, shut the hell up, bro. You've never even sniffed the football field. Get out of here.
Well, again, keep going for days. I got the Ravens winning this game. Pretty sure
Same.
you do.
Same.
We don't have to talk about the next game.
Broncos suck. Anyways, next game, Packers at the Bears, 43.5 point over under. Packers are favored by 4.5. I don't know if I completely agree with that. If Justin Fields plays, I don't agree with that at all. However, if he doesn't, yes, the Packers will probably win, even though David Montgomery will probably rush for 200 yards by himself. Packers side of the ball, I am starting Christian Watson because he has the hot hand, and he has like 9 receptions for 6 touchdowns in the last 3 games. So go ahead and fire that guy up.
Christian Watson right now, and I think going forward until we see otherwise, is an absolute must start in your lineup.
Yep.
You have to find a way to put him in because he has just looked so good when the ball is in his hand. He is so much faster than everyone else on the field. Like, and I don't want this to be taken out of context. He is fast like Tyreek is fast, where if he gets in the open field, nobody is catching him.
He's also big like AJ Brown is big.
So he's bigger than AJ. He's a lot bigger than AJ Brown.
He's like a DK, but people don't realize that.
a more slender DK, but yes. I don't know. I just feel like he's a must start, regardless of even if Rodgers plays or Jordan Love plays.
No,
Really?
I get it.
If Jordan Love plays, he's one step even higher.
I agree. And Aaron Jones is the next must start in this game, and that is end of list.
Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon, one or the other. If Aaron Jones does miss because he popped up on the injury report, he's been on the injury report since week 13 or week 9. But he popped up again for a different injury this week. It's Wednesday right now, being recorded. I know I'd seen that on Sleeper come up, and I'm like, man, come on. But AJ Dillon also popped up on the injury report.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time too, teams put people on the injury report so they can give them the quote unquote Veterans Day of rest.
It could be that too. We're gonna talk about it on Saturday as well, but definitely something to monitor. If AJ Dillon misses, you need to 100,000% get Aaron Jones in your DraftKings lineup.
I think vice versa. If either one of them miss, you need to play the other one 100%.
Yeah, and in your DraftKings lineup as well. That's what I'm trying to get to. Is that
for sure.
There are smash starts in DraftKings.
I have the Packers winning this game without Justin Fields, and I have the Bears winning this game with Justin Fields.
I would agree with that. On the Bears side of the ball, Justin Fields plays, you put him in.
Yep.
David Montgomery.
Yep. He's a flex play this week.
I think Cole Kmet needs to be in lineups. I think he needs to be in lineups. He might actually be my tight ends start of the week if Justin Fields is playing. It's hard to say right now, but that's where I'm leaning towards right now.
I agree. So, anyways, we're in agreement. We're kind of split on that game. It all depends on the injury news that comes out. But next up, we have the Jaguars at the Lions. This game is a 51.5 point over under. Holy crap! And the Lions are favored by 1. My new favorite team. We'll start with them because they are my wife's team. So now by location or however you want to call it, just adoption, they are my new favorite team because the Packers are shit this year. Duval, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm starting Trevor Lawrence. He has been on a tear this year.
Oh yeah.
Last since week 9, he's been on a tear. I'm starting Christian Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am starting Travis Etienne if he plays. Yep, if he plays, I'm starting Travis Etienne, and I would be willing to flex in a 12-team or higher format, Zay Jones.
I would also be willing to flex in a 12-team or higher, JaMychal Hasty.
JaMychal Tasty.
If Etienne doesn't play,
Yep.
If Etienne doesn't play, Hasty would be
Tasty.
a smash start.
Okay,
Smash.
so we covered that. The Detroit side of the ball, you're obviously starting Amon-Ra St. Brown. You're obviously starting Jamal Williams. And DeAndre Swift is a flex play at this point in time.
Yeah, I think he's going to be moving closer and closer to running back 2 territory. It looks like he's coming back from that injury slowly, but they're bringing him back more and more. I think that what you're going to start seeing is that Jamal Williams' value starts dropping further and further because Swift is actually starting to get a little more work every week, and
A little bit.
Swift is going to be pretty good.
I traded for him in hopes that he would pay off for fantasy playoffs.
I think he will.
I got
he'll be
2
okay.
more weeks for him to get back to the full workload. I hope that it happens, but I do think Swift is a flex play this week. I am playing Aaron Jones over him,
Yes.
in Eric's league, just for context for people out there. But he will. My thoughts and theories on it are he will end up taking the workload back. I have the Jags winning this game.
I have the Lions winning this game.
Okay. Up next, we have the return of what's-his-face with the Cleveland Browns against his old team, the Houston Texans. This game is a 47-point over-under, and the Browns are favored by 7 with him coming back for the first time in a year and a half. Almost 2 full seasons.
This is probably going to be the closest game that Houston's had all season.
I mean, technically they did tie with the Colts, so that would be the closest game.
Oh, yeah, that's as close as you can get. That's literally as close as you can get.
So, second closest game in your eyes. But on the Brown side of the ball, I'm starting Nick Chubb. Realistically, that's probably it for this week. I'm scared. I want to see what Watson does when he comes back. He might not have any chemistry with or chemistry rapport with Amari Cooper or Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Okay.
So that's my thoughts.
I would start Njoku. I would start Donovan Peoples-Jones.
New quarterback. You can't say this.
I would. I just got a feeling. I got
Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yes, Watson likes to push the ball down the field, and he is kind of a deep threat. So I could see. I would flex Donovan Peoples-Jones to see what you got.
I got a funny feeling. Got a little funny feeling in my tummy.
Are you a time traveler?
I kind of feel like I am right now. Amari Cooper, no, because he's playing away, and his home away splits are absolute ass. No thanks.
Home and neutral sites are awesome though.
Oh yeah, he's neutral sites. Pretty good. Away sites?
Bad.
No.
We're out.
Yeah. All right. Obviously Nick Chubb. I don't really want to start Kareem Hunt.
Nope. I dropped Kareem Hunt today, actually, for context. So
I think that right now, I would hold on to him if you had roster ability.
That's
I would
fair.
hold him.
If you had the ability, hold on to him. But no.
Yeah, but you can't start him right now. You can't. He's not used enough.
I agree.
They should have traded him.
I agree.
On the Houston side of the ball,
At this point, Damian Pierce isn't even like a guaranteed start with the last 2 weeks that he's had.
I'm putting Damian Pierce in this week.
Again,
I think this is a good week for him. Cleveland's defense isn't necessarily super scary. I would say
they
this
have
week,
Kyle Allen at quarterback though.
that's kind of why I would think that this week Cleveland is the defensive start of the week already. You can chalk that up, but I do think that Damian Pierce gets enough work where he would get past the, I would say, 9-point threshold to make you not want to jump off a high place.
Ridge. Yeah. Okay, I got that. So, anyways, I do still have the Browns winning this game.
Oh yeah, the Browns are going to smack that ass.
I don't think they're gonna smack that ass. I think it'll be
Smack
close, but
I'm taking it back. Kyle Allen is so goddamn bad. Oh my god. The Texans. How do they fix the ship? The ship is sunk. It's on
They
the
don't.
bottom of the ocean.
the Texans are so bad. Bill O'Brien just completely screwed them.
My god, they're
so
bad.
anyways, we both have the Browns winning that game. Up next in the last game we will cover today, it will be the New York Jets at the Minnesota Vikings. This game is a 44.5-point over-under with the Vikings favored by 3. Mike White is a streaming candidate this week because the Cardinals and who else is on by? Cardinals and one more team are on by.
I don't know.
Forget who it was. I'll look. But go ahead. Continue talking about who you would start.
See, Mike White to me this week kind of scares me. But to be honest with you, I was afraid last week, and he showed me why I shouldn't be. I think he's viable as a
Panthers
streamer.
are on by this week.
Who's that?
The Panthers. The Cardinals and the Panthers are on by
You
this
should
week.
about that.
Yeah.
So I think you could stream Mike White. You could, but it scares me against the Commanders' defense, which has shown that they can get after the quarterback.
They're playing the Vikings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the next game. That's why I was like, "Why are you starting him? That's crazy. It's crazy."
They're playing the Minnesota Vikings.
Got it. So then he would be a stream for me. There it is. Sorry. Got a little confused for a second.
You're okay, man.
Got a
2
little
thumbs
confused.
up. You're just
Garrett
looking
Wilson?
a game ahead.
Garrett Wilson this week again, just to seal the deal. Garrett Wilson is a must start this week and going forward until Mike White or Joe Flacco are not the quarterbacks.
Yep. So basically, what Ray is trying to say is when Zach Wilson comes back to being the starting quarterback, the whole offense is going to suck again.
Because Zach Wilson isn't an NFL quarterback. He's not.
No.
He's not.
Spicy take. I called it last year when he got drafted.
It's crazy. So did I. It's crazy. I actually said that Trey Lance and Justin Fields would be the best quarterbacks in this draft class. And right now,
we haven't seen it out of. Yeah, as I say, we haven't seen it out of.
One of
Mac
those
Jones.
good.
Mac Jones silently been just steady Eddie.
I think Mac Jones is going to be the meh of the draft class. But honestly, Trevor Lawrence has looked the part now too. So what I'm saying, what I want to just make sure that everybody understands context behind the Garrett Wilson take is that in the games that Zach Wilson was not the quarterback, it doesn't matter who it was.
Over 20 points.
In the games that it was not Zach Wilson, he has had 20 points every. It's 4 weeks.
Yep.
So I don't know. Just kind of
the games that he's had Zach Wilson, 8 or less.
It's tough.
It's sad.
Because Zach Wilson sucks.
And yes, I 100% agree. So anyways, if Michael Carter plays, I would play Michael Carter too as well because Mike White and Joe Flacco, whoever the running back start is, I would play them. If Michael Carter is healthy and he plays, play him. If it's Xavier Knight, play him because they're going to check down to the running back. So Garrett Wilson, whatever running back starts and plays, that's who I'm playing. I'm not getting on the Elijah Moore hype train. He had 2 targets and a touchdown. It happened to be quite a few yards, so it made him look like he was great. But I'm not going to jump on that hype train.
I would temper expectations on any running back, though, playing against Minnesota. I would definitely just remember that Minnesota's run defense is good.
Agree.
They've proven it. But I do think that they do get the checkdowns enough, especially Michael Carter. I would really like to start Michael Carter just because he's going to catch so many passes. I think that what Mike White does is he checks down a lot more than what Zach Wilson was willing to do. So why, I don't know, but whatever. We don't have to worry about Zach Wilson anymore.
Nope.
He's not going to quarterback anymore.
Yeah, Minnesota side of the ball, I am starting. The Jets defense is pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But I am starting Dalvin Cook. I'm starting TJ Hawkinson. Do you think Sauce touchdown shuts down Justin Jefferson?
No, and you're never taking him out of your
You're
lineup.
never taking Justin Jefferson out of your lineup. I agree. Adam Thielen had like 10 targets last week.
I think Adam Thielen could be started this week.
I think Adam Thielen is a flex play. That is me.
This is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game.
I do too. I do too. And I am willing to start Kirk Cousins just because of all of the options that they have there. He's shown it time in and time again that he can be started.
You're riding that by yourself. I refuse.
You do refuse?
He gave me 2 points when I finally put him in. And I even said it. I was like, you know what?
That was a weird week against Dallas, though, dude.
Listen to myself. Just listen to myself.
That was a weird week against Dallas, right? I mean, he's quarterback 13 on the season so far. Not bad. Just outside of the top 12. Outside of the Dallas game, he hasn't killed you, but there's only been like 3-4 times that he's like held you down.
Want to know one of the times that he held me down?
I meant held you down as like, and he didn't lose you the week. The time he held you down is when you decided to start Kirk Cousins against the Dallas defense. Good job, Ray. You played yourself.
The same Dallas defense that the week before gave up 30 points to Green Bay. One of the worst offenses in the NFL.
You should have known that they were going to bounce back. You should have known it was a one-off.
I should have known. You're right. You're right.
But anyways, all right. That's the last game of the week. I do still have the Vikings winning this game at home.
You know, I had the Vikings winning as well.
Bet. Did you just drop a bear? I don't like you right now. Stop it.
I have the Vikings winning. I have the Vikings winning as well, I think. But this is going to be a good game.
I do. I agree. That's a good game. So we will pick up on the Saturday episode with the Commanders versus the Giants and then follow on with the rest of the games. As always, guys, please use code franchise tagged at trifflesjerky.com for 10% off your order. Join our Discord because Ray will for sure message you back no matter what. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. As always, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the notification bell so you know when we go live, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps us out in the algorithm. But until next time, we will see you later.